make you wanna just sauce on your haters. I feel like I'm in Medellin.
This that flow that got Pablo now.
I can ready to tell you guys that I think I'm gonna go back to vlogging because I kind of miss it. It was fun. It was faster for me to get content out. My vlogs would be like me on my way to work though, because your girl don't do nothing. Like, I really don't do nothing. Really don't do nothing. I'm on my way to work right now, so this is probably the only time I vlog, like, in the car. Oh my god, y'all get tired of these car vlogs. But then I could do my car rants. Which, speaking of, okay. So, now, I know I'm not the only person in the world who gets so annoyed by other people when they be like, I use this, and this on my face, or this in my hair. Y'all gotta use it. If you're not spending, First of all, don't tell somebody if they're not spending a certain amount of money that their hair is not gonna come out like this, or their face is not gonna look like that. Everybody don't have to spend big bucks to get flawless results with your hair or flawless skin. Like, first of all, don't sleep on the drugstore brands, because the same drugstore brands that you're trying to sleep on now are the same drugstore brands you were using when you first started magically discovering to do a skincare routine. The same drugstore brands is the same drugstore brands you was using before when you was doing your hair. So why do people all of a sudden find, I'm not even going to consider all of them high-end, because a lot of them don't be high-end, but they find certain brands that you can't find probably in like Walmart, CVS, or something like that, and then just feel like also highly of what they use, and you gotta use. First of all, shut the fuck up, because the same $5 $3.50 in Walmart bottle of Tresemme that I was using before I started using Design Essentials is the same bottle I'm gonna use now. I'm gonna use my Design Essentials from time to time, but that same $5 bottle before was making my hair grow. It was cleaning my hair. Shampoo and conditioner cleans the fucking same. Like, people just so fucking annoying. And I'm sorry for cursing, but that shit pisses me the fuck off. On top of that, it's like, who the fuck are you to tell me, or anybody else for that matter, what I need to and don't need to be using on my face? If I decide that I want to use a $5 bottle of Neutrogena face scrub as opposed to a $30 bottle of Drunk Elephant facial cleanser, let me fucking do that. It's my money. It's my skin. You never know. The high-end brand stuff may not work on everybody's skin. Some people have really, really super sensitive skin, and a lot of these higher-end brands don't cater to sensitive skin. So, again, who the fuck are you to tell somebody what they need to and what they not using on their face, and because they not using this, their skin is not this? Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Because before you discovered these high ends, you was using them same $5 bottles of Neutrogena, you was using Noxzema, you was using all of that drugstore stuff. So don't tell somebody that if they not using this and they not using that their face is not gonna be this. Like, that's like with makeup. I'm sorry. I'll spend on palettes. And that's my personal preference. But foundation wise, I use Maybelline Fit Me, $5. And my makeup be coming out. Well, I mean, I don't really be doing makeup like that no more. But, you know, when I'm having a good skin day and I decide to put makeup on, my makeup be so nice. I'm not going to say it's flawless, because I do have days where, you know, I don't properly blend the way I know I'm supposed to. But I could be in a rush that day. I could just be playing around and just trying to see how shit look. And I'm like, okay, this look came out kind of cute, and I'll take a picture. That shit annoys me too. Especially people that not really, I'm not going to say just started out doing makeup, but like someone who's never really been into makeup, then all of a sudden they get into makeup and now they feel like they fucking popping, which is, it's good to feel like that. It's great to feel like, you know, you popping, you the shit, but stop trying to downplay everybody else. That's that shit that's really annoying, and that's where people need to humble the fuck up, like, for real. Because, again, who the fuck are you to tell somebody that they don't know how to do this or they don't know how to do that? You don't know what people know how to do. You don't know what people are comfortable doing. A lot of people, when it comes to makeup, stay in their comfort zone. Me, personally, I'm a person who stays in my comfort zone. I like golds and neutral looks on my eyes, and I'm a nude lip type of person. Can't nobody take that away from me. At the same time, if Granted, if it's recommended from a company or a brand or somebody that I'm working with to do a brighter look eye color or a brighter lip color, I'm going to do it. But to just do my makeup for myself, no. I'm going to stick to what I know and stick to what I'm comfortable with. Stick to what I think looks great on my face. You or nobody the fuck else in this world is God or the makeup, like, the makeup police, I'm going to start calling them, to tell somebody what they can and cannot do. Like, I have a friend who's just starting out using makeup, and I give her props because she practices every day. Now, sometimes she'll send me looks, sometimes I'll happen to go on social media and I'll see it. A lot of the looks she do, I'm not for, but, you know, she's practicing, she's learning what's for her, what works for her, what doesn't work for her. My suggestion to her is always lashes and liner. That's things she don't know how to do right now. It's not hard to teach, like I tell her. Sorry, y'all, I gotta be like this because my driver's side mirror is like facing down. I gotta get it fixed. I don't know what's going on in my car. But, you know, she's open to the suggestions, the constructive criticism, because a lot of times she'll send me the looks and be like, what do you think? And I'm like, everything looks fine. I just still believe you need lashes. She has baby lashes like me. Like, her natural lashes are small like mine. So we cannot just put on eyeshadow and walk out the door. No, we have to put on lashes or we have to put on liner. Preferably lashes because y'all know I'm not really a liner type of person. But at the same time, this brings me back to the people who swear they are what I say goes. Shut the fuck up. Like, if this is not what she want to do, it's not what she want to do. I gave the suggestion for her to wear liner and lashes. She doesn't have to take my advice. You know, I gave it. She asked what I thought, and I told her this is what I feel like you're missing. This is what I feel like you need. She don't have to listen to what I say. She could be like, all right, 10 sound mad stupid. First of all, truck, you better the fuck not, and you are. Like, what? Stupid. I hate driving behind trucks, y'all. I'm sorry. I have really bad road rage when it comes to these dumbass fucking trucks. Stupid cunt. But, like, I feel like I just went off for 8 minutes. But for real, like, that pisses me off. Don't try to downplay what other people can afford or what other people can do. And then, like, I'm not going to bring kids into it, but the more kids you got, the less money you can spend on yourself if you want to get technical. And that's my personal opinion. I have one child, but at the same time, I make sure my household and my child is straight before I just go start spending money on makeup. Because trust me, I love makeup, and if I didn't have my son, my makeup collection would be exactly where I want it to be. But because I have my son, I live on my own, I'm doing everything by myself, I prioritize what I spend my money on, which is my bills, and I need to get better prioritizing with my bills too. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, I got one kid, so yeah, I could spend all this money on makeup. No, just because I got one kid don't mean I can spend all this money on makeup, all this money on hair care stuff. Like, I prioritize and be like, my son has this, my house has this, can I get this? Do I really need it at the moment? A lot of my spending is on, I don't really need it, but I see it and I got the money, let me get it. Which is stupid when you have real responsibilities. It's really stupid. So for people that be like, oh, because you got a kid or you got kids, you can't, shut the fuck up. Yes, shut the fuck up. Because if you don't have a kid, you won't understand what it is to prioritize your money the right way. If you don't have a kid and all you got is like your household bills and stuff like that, again, you don't have a kid. So you do have that extra money when your household bills are taken care of to spend it on anything. That's not the case when you have kids, because you can buy your kids everything that they want and need, and then turn around and boom, they outgrew something. Boom, they messed up something that they really need, that really needs to be replaced. Like, so for everybody that don't have kids, that always gotta pinpoint or want to say something about somebody with kids, until you have a child, shut the fuck up. Because again, everybody's priorities are different. If you don't have a child, you don't have the extra responsibility, that extra I need to save for this mentality, or that extra he might need or she might need last minute mentality. So everybody who don't have kids always want to speak on kids and what you can do and cannot do with kids, but you don't have kids to know what you can and cannot do with kids. So again, I tell you, shut the fuck up. And if you got a problem with it, you can fight me. Because me personally, as a single mom, I get annoyed when people who don't have kids always want to pinpoint what we can do and what we should do and what we can't do. If you don't live our day-to-day life, especially single moms who's doing every single fucking thing by ourselves, if you don't live our day-to-day life, you need to shut up. Because it's different for a single mom to take care of her child as opposed to a 2-parent household. In a 2-parent household, yeah, somebody got extra money for something. A lot of the times in a 2-parent household, the dad makes sure all the bills are straight and the mama take care of maybe like the kids and little small stuff. So there's the extra money. Not everybody and not every fucking person with kids is in a 2-parent household. Me personally, I'm speaking from a single mom who does everything. I'm not just speaking as a single mom because I can't speak for all single moms. I know some single moms that's out here fucking killing it, okay? They killing it. But at the same time, they have a little more help than others. Not every single parent has help. And I'm not talking about financial help at all. I'm talking about just moral support. You know, you need a break. Let me take the baby for a while. Not all single moms have that. So, for people who don't have children or a child, I'm not even going to say children because I have a child. I don't have multiple children. I have a child. So, people that don't have a child, for you to try to speak on what a parent should do and you don't have children, shut the fuck up. Because all you do is irritate the parents, especially when you rant and you like to rant constantly about shit you don't know. What your parents went through when you were a kid is different because, again, this generation is different, the age is different, the era is different. People parent different. So you can't be like, well, my mom did this and my mom did that. Yeah, bitch, your mom did all of this in the 80s and the 70s. We're now in the millennials, and it's a lot harder. Shit costs more. It's more expensive now to take care of kids and yourself in a household now than it was back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. So don't compare what your parents did to what you're trying to do because you can't do that. You cannot do that. I mean, the lessons and shit your parents installed in you, yeah, you can install that in your kids, but financially, you cannot take care of your kids the same now as your parents took care of you then. Because the value of $1 now is way less than what it was then. But then at the same time, for our parents, the value of $1 was a lot less than for their parents. So if I'm making sense, which I think I am, but I'm probably not. If I'm making sense, it's not going to be the same for every generation. Every generation of parents is not going to be the same because every generation of parents is going through a different time. Like, my mom raised me in the early 90s. I'm a 93 baby. So, you know, my mom struggled, of course. Especially once we got into the 2000s. My mom struggled. But at the same time, my mom, everything wasn't as expensive as it is now for my mom to take care of me. And then at the time, it was just me and my mom for a minute. And then my sister came. It got a little bit harder. Then a lot of years later, my brother came. So it got a lot harder. As the time goes on, it gets harder and harder to take care of yourself. Not even just kids, yourself. Because before I had my son, it was a lot to take care of myself. And then, again, I lived on my own, but I had roommates. But it was still hard to try to maintain. But at the same time, I didn't really have that, financial teachings to put money up in the savings account and don't touch it. I didn't have that. So I get paid and I ain't got no kids, my rent paid, my bills paid. I'm blowing checks, okay? And at the time, I loved sneakers. So I was blowing checks for sneakers all the time. As I got older, I ain't have my son till I was, 22? So from the time I got my first job at 17 till about 22, 21 mainly, I was just spending money on myself. I didn't give a fuck. I made sure everything was paid that needed to be paid, phone bill, car bill, all of that. And I was blowing money on me. So my mentality had to change once I had my child. It's like, you can still spend money on yourself, but you now have to make sure that this person who's coming into the world with nothing, has everything that they need. Not a lot of parents think like that. Not a lot of parents in my generation think like that either. Because I got a lot of friends, Facebook friends, who will be like, damn, I just bought these shoes and now my baby need clothes. Well, you should have bought your baby clothes first and then looked at your check and was like, damn, can I buy myself these shoes? Me personally, from what my mom has taught me, I make sure my kid is straight before I buy myself anything. Which is why a lot of the times if y'all see me on Snapchat and stuff, I look crazy. Because my son is good. My son is good. My son's dad makes sure my son is good. So, that's all it is. And I am a single parent doing it by myself. He does help when he can. But at the same time, I'm not in a 2-parent household. So, it's a lot different trying to do what I do in a single parent household. But what I'm not going to do and what I'm not going to allow is somebody who don't have kids to try to tell me how I need to spend my money or parent when you don't have kids and you don't live my day-to-day life. You know, a lot of shit that people say about parents and having kids irritates me because I have a child. But at the same time, a lot of shit that people say about parents and having kids annoys me because you don't understand. You have to, I hate when people speak on shit they don't get or they don't understand or they're not going through. Because then it's just like, you just want to speak to hear yourself speak. When you cannot relate. Me personally, I've always spoke on shit that I can relate to. So if I can't relate to, now I can't relate to being a single individual grown ass woman with no kids. I can't relate to y'all. I cannot relate to y'all. So I'm not going to speak on shit that I can't relate to. What I can do is, when I was by myself and didn't have no kid, this is what I was doing. But now I have a child. So everything I speak on as far as financial and, you know, a lot of mental stability is reflecting around me having a child, because I have to make sure my child is straight at the end of the day. I have to do what I got to do as a parent to make sure that my household, my house front is good. But if you don't have kids, you're not going to understand that, so you can't speak on it. And then that whole, oh, I'm a such and such baby, I'm a 90s baby with no kids. All right, ugly. Okay, ugly. That's because you ugly. Either not physically, you may not physically be ugly, but your personality is ugly. Relationship wise, you're ugly, and you are the type of person nobody wants to have a kid with. Okay, like me, personality wise, sometimes I can be very ugly, very, very ugly. But at the end of the day, I mean, the person I had a baby with, though, that's a story for another day. But it's not like a lot of people that do have kids, some of their kids were unwanted. You know, either the dad didn't want the kid or the mom didn't want the kid. Me personally, if I'm a mom and I don't want the kid, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm pro-abortion or anti-abortion. At the end of the day, I'm pro-do what you feel is right for your life. So if you personally, as a mom or a woman, you get pregnant and you feel like you're not ready, and the dad, a lot of dads, I know a lot of men who are now like, you know, I'll take the kid. You don't got to do this. You just had a baby. I'll take it. You know how many single moms want that? Not saying like just disappear out your kid life, period, because you can still be there. At this point, you're now the baby dad. Okay, sis? You are the baby dad. You can pop up and disappear because the daddy got full custody. The baby is with the daddy all the time. But at the same time, I don't, you know, do what you feel is right. So if you feel like you don't want to push out a kid, you don't want to get fat, you don't want to, you know, all of that, don't do it. Nobody can force you to keep a baby. Nobody can force you to have a baby. Nobody can force you to do anything. And I cannot stress this enough. A lot of people feel like a lot of women get pregnant and feel like they have to keep the kid. You don't have to keep nothing, sis. You don't have to keep nothing. Okay? Nothing. This is your life. You only live it once. Okay? Just do what you gotta do, ask for forgiveness, and move on. I know I'm gonna get flack for this part of my video, but I really don't care, because can't nobody force nobody to do nothing. And can't nobody force no woman to be a mom. You can't push it on. Everybody doesn't have motherly instincts. Not everybody is ready to be a mom. Oh, I got here in 20. I pulled off from my house and I got to work in 25 minutes, y'all. And sometimes I'll be getting here at exactly time for me to like get here. I'm so proud. Why is I standing outside? But y'all know I got a lot to say, but I gotta go to work, so I can't say everything I want to say. So I'm going to end this rant here. But I got more rants, more car rants coming. Probably got one for y'all this afternoon. See y'all.
You can talk, but it make no sense. Colombian with that riff. That means we spitting that shit. That's right.